Hello everyone. Today we are going to make this really quick and simple winter magnolia arrangement. So I think it turned out beautifully, just something really small, wintry, so you can keep it all through the season. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down and let's get started. Hey y'all, we are going to make a small little winter arrangement today. So I just got done recording a large one for our private design school. So let me show you the large one. Isn't that gorgeous? So we just designed this over in our private design school. We would love to have you guys over there. If you're not ready to commit to a design school, that's okay. This one will be available. This tutorial will be available for purchase as well on our website. So you can just purchase this tutorial if you're not ready to join the group. But there is more information down in the description for both how to get the tutorial and how to join the group. But we're just going to do a smaller version of this using this small little birch bark container. We do have these in the shop, and I sprayed some gaps and cracks in here. There's the spray foam. You can use floral foam if you want, but let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to use up, I have a few little pieces of these. I think we do still have these in the shop. I'm going to use a few of these to get us started. And I'm going to put this one, I think, right here in the center. Let me cut this little, oh, came right off. I pulled it right off. I'm going to pull that off because, and let me go ahead and pull this one. So when you guys are doing your arrangements, the smaller stems that are going to get covered up by everything that we're going to be adding, you can just clip those. And then we can pick these later. But I know this center one, we're going to have stuff coming out, so the bottom pieces are going to get hidden. So we might as well just clip them off, okay? So let me grab another piece. And I think I want to kind of bring, again, I'm going to cut these little bottom pieces off. We're going to bring a piece. We'll glue in a second. I'm going to bring a piece to the side. And let's add a piece to this side. Okay. And I'm going to save these other little pieces for like the bottom. Once we kind of get a little bit more in here, let me go ahead and just hit these with a little bit of glue. Okay, now these are going to be the star of our show. I'm just using one stem. This is going to be a smaller version of what we did. We are sold out of these, but use whatever magnolias you have. So I'm just going to cut this down. You can use the larger magnolias. I'm just using this one because it was sitting right here for on my table that we didn't use. So I want to get rid of it. Trying to clear the stash, y'all. Okay, so I'm just going to put that one right there. Clearing up my floral stuff over there. Okay, and this one we'll do just like right on the other side, right behind it. So it's kind of flowing this way. This will be more front facing, so this will kind of be our front, but it'll still look pretty in the back with that one. Okay, I'm just gonna hit that with a little bit of glue. Now, I want to add a little bit of pine in here. So I have this pine spray. Y'all ignore the glue. Looks like spider webs, but I promise it's glue. So I'm going to get some of these pine sprays cut up. We'll probably end up using this whole bush. So I'm just going to cut the whole bush up. Okay, and I'm going to get these on a floral pick. I'm coming close to the center. see where I want this kind of big, chunkier one. Thinking in the front there. All right, I'm gonna get some of these little twigs from that added. I'm going a little faster on here, but again, in our design group or on the other tutorials, you know, they'll be a little more slowed down for you guys. But you guys can still see what's going on here. I have another little chunkier piece and one little baby piece. I'm going to put this little chunkier piece in the back here. See if I can get it in without a pick. There we go. And we'll put this one over there. All right, now I'm going to add, I have some little scrap pieces of this bush. I think we still have these in stock. All of the items that I'm using will be linked down in the description of this video if we have them available. Well, I'll list what I'm using, but I'll actually link them for you if they are available. So you could keep this just all with the natural green without the snowy if you wanted to, but I'm going to add, so I'm going to make it a little bit more wintry. On our original design, we did not add any flock. We did not add any flock sprays, but on this one, I wanted to change it up a little bit and add some flock sprays. I think this is the, maybe the cedar or cypress, I can't remember. But we're gonna add a few pieces of this in here. Looking pretty good. I'm going to take this last one. Again, I'm going to cut it down just a hair. And get it a piece added here in the back. All right, so now we are going to add some snowy berries. You could do cream berries if you want. I'm going to stay with the green like we did in our original, but you can bring in some cream or some white berries. That would be pretty as well. And I went with the snowy ones on this one. On our other design, sorry y'all, UPS is here. You will never not know when UPS is here. with diesel in the house. He does not like the UPS guy. All right, I shut the door. You may still be able to hear him, but he's not a fan of our UPS driver. I don't know why. Nice guy, but the mail lady, y'all, this one's fighting me again. The mail lady, he is fine with, but UPS, not so much. Okay, I got one more. I'm going to get it on this side over here. Starting to come together pretty good. Now I'm going to go in with these little pieces that we had and kind of fill in around the bottom, in between our pines, and we're probably going to add a couple little pine cones to this as well. Okay, I went kind of and filled in the bottom. We're pretty good. I'm not seeing any foam. So I've got a couple pieces. I just am going to tuck kind of more in the center. Y'all hear him? He is still out there barking at the UPS guy. Okay, back here, kind of got a hole right underneath that magnolia, so I'm going to tuck that one in there. Now we can use our pine cone picks. We can make our own. I was lazy in my last arrangement and kind of used the pine cone picks, but I think I might try to see if I can just use some of these pine cones that's on my table. Since this is a smaller arrangement, I think I can get them in there. Get another one. I'm going to use this piece is a longer, and I think I'm just going to glue it on my greenery. Be very careful when you do this, because that does hurt when you get the glue on you. So I just tucked a little one right there. Now in the back, that right there is going to be perfect. I'm just filling in a hole back here, that little pine cone. Almost think we could use one right there. Now, I am going to have to put this on a pick. Another way to do this, let's see. So I have this pine. I can just tie this pine cone onto this pine here. And get that added right there. Easy peasy. Okay, y'all. I think we are done. So here is our cute little simple winter magnolia arrangement. I think it turned out beautifully. If you are new to our channel, we would love to have you subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and you'll be notified every time we have new tutorials. So until next time, bye y'all.